Alright guys, let's go ahead and finish this session out with command execution and startup files. So command execution, we have an exec command in Linux and it's used to execute a command from the bash itself. This command does not create a new process, it just replaces the bash with the command to be executed. So if the exec command is successful, it does not return to the calling process. So here we see we have a bash command, we do an exec ls, and it just spits out the ls command. Okay. Exec isn't used too often, guys, but I do want you to be familiar with it. We also have startup files. So Linux, again, is a multi-user time-sharing system, implying that more than one user can log in and use the system. System administrators have the task of managing various aspects of how different users can operate a system in terms of installing, updating, and removing software and programs they can run, as well as files they can view and edit and so on. Okay. So this is kind of controlled through startup files. So when a system starts up, all these startup files run, and in those startup files contain some stuff like controlling how users can actually use the CPU, kind of sets resource limits for them, tells them what commands they can and can't use through sudo files, okay, as well as what directories they can and can't access, and all this is done at startup before they log on, okay. So that's what startup files are. So in summary, guys, we went over I/O and redirection input, or redirection and pipes. So input, output, redirection and pipes. Command separation and grouping, background extension, or background execution, file name expansion, shell variables, command substitution, quoting and escaping meta characters, fish shell features, command execution, and startup files. Next session, we got a lot to cover. We're going to go over shell script features and capabilities, creating and running a script, working with variables, environmental variables, working with data types such as formatting, base conversion, and setting special attributes, input and output techniques, conditional constructs as if then and else if, looping constructs such as for, while, and until, as well as basic operators. Guys, I highly recommend following these links to get some private tutoring sessions for system administrator management. There are weekly and monthly plans available, and there are also private sessions available for Linux and Bash scripting. Thank you so much for joining me in session 2 here, guys. This has been a course and class by coding-bootcamps.com. Looking forward to seeing you on session 3.